Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hokies will boot it away to start the game. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Going the other way and he's got room. Smashes ahead. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. That is what we call in the industry a rather inauspicious start.
No doubt. It's just the quarterback and his receiver not on the same page on that throw. You're trying to come out in the game. You're trying to set the tone. That is not how this offense envisioned this game opening up.
It's complete to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies! First touchdown of the game in Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for him.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
First down for this offense. The give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Let's see what they've got on second down. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Hokies are threatening on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. They want to run this quarterback. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done right.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Back to throw, it's Drones. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Virginia Tech! They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Washington right back to the line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the 1st. Williams will pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They go to the ground. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. They're trying to get to it. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. 1st down to start the drive after the break. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one's way too far.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one splits the uprights. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Scanning the field, it's drones. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Buys a little time. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, that's about as risky as he can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end. Did you go for it? Nice job, offense.
And the Hokies with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the air, it's Drones. Gets it out quickly. Bulldozes him. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. This defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that. They're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The Hokies get enough for the first down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Quarterback will audible. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll go to the draw. Oh, what a move. And he breaks into the open. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football, and this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Hokies. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Williams looking for a man. They're bringing heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Unloads it left. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The option look. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 2 in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going. And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man, it's Drones. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just the blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Wide out in motion. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. On the move. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Skips away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. Going for the big play. He makes a grab. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
With the grab and the score.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Movement here from the tight end. He'll set up to throw. Looking to buy time. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it. offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Moves away as he feels pressure. Unleashes one. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Back to pass, it's Drones. He's got an open man. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he got loose, it was all over. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Sends it downfield. Makes the grab on the right. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game.
The extra point is good.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
The inside handoff. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Flip it.
Looking for a crease to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to throw, it's Drones. Got his man downfield. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the fumble.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning.
3:25.
They'll try the run. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack, down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Kennesaw State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. This shave might have been a little closer than Owls fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Williams looking for a man. Gonna let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Got it.
So this offense can capitalize off the desperate fourth down attempt and failure, and they can pad their lead. Snap in the shotgun. Pocket starts to collapse. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Lasso.
Back to throw. It's Drones. Quarterback now breaking the field. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats.
Out 55 weeks. Ready.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.